Awesome. So today, guys, hopefully you guys came prepared. And today we wanted to talk about kind of what happened on this day, not specifically the 29th of July, but today just happens to be one of my oldest friend's birthday. I grew up with him. He lived next door. He was born 6 weeks before I was, right? And uh, so I know what had happened on today. But what happened on the day that you were born, and how can we bring that into conversations? Because I think one of the things that we all struggle with sometimes, right, is when we're out and about meeting people, we're like, man, I'd like to have a one-on-one with Aaron. Man, I would love to talk to Ron more and learn more about what he's doing, right?
Well,
But we also want them to be interested in us. And I think one of the things we struggle with is finding ways, right, to make ourselves rememberable, right? Uh, and it's easy to come in with a bunch of energy and everyone's like, whoa, stay away from that dude, right? Or whatever, right? Or that you've done, your actions were in one way or another, but sometimes it's just something that you can say, right? That is going to go, oh, I remember Jeff, man. He's the guy that, right? And it gives them that moment to be able to recall you and hopefully set up that one-on-one to continue conversations further down the road. And right. And so last week I said, hey, wanted to kind of bring in everyone to hopefully come prepared. And maybe you already know some of these things, right? For instance, and I mean, I'm a 9/11 baby, so it's easy for me to come up with something that relates to my birthday. But I don't know if you know this, but Harry Connick Jr. was also born on uh, September 11th, right? And I feel honored that I share a birthday with him. I mean, he's one of my favorite musicians for sure, right? And I think when you look at the things that Harry has done in the world as far as philanthropy and stuff like that, right? Another reason why I'm kind of attracted to who he is as a person and stuff. And so
hey,
bringing,
before we go too far,
yeah,
I just want to embarrass the hell out of somebody. It's Julie Meyer's birthday today.
happy birthday. Oh, we might have to sing to her later on. Hold on now. Yeah.
So happy birthday, Julie.
Cat's out the bag. Happy birthday, Julie.
Thank you.
Um,
So that to me, Rodney, is how we go. We start with July birthdays, and then we go to August, September, October, and
man,
we just
look
go
at this
through
guy.
that.
Look at this guy. I think we can do that. Yeah. So who else do we have in July? Julie's it. Oh, Dalibor, there you go. When's your birthday?
12th. July 12th.
12th. The 12th.
Yep.
Awesome. So, and I don't want to put them on the spot to give us their introductions, or is that what you were talking about, Dave? I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, Dalamar was the 5th. Julie's no. Those are your 2 Julys. So Dalamar, start off.
The 12th and the 29th. Go ahead, Dalbar.
Yeah, I have in 1998, I watched the first World Cup, football World Cup in your country's soccer, but for us it's football. And first time in history, my country was at the World Cup as Croatia. Before we were another country, so it was not Croatia. And we were in the semi-final against France, and we were 1-0 up. And the guy that is called Lilian Thuram, right back for France, scored 2 goals, and we lost 2-1. And this is the only goals in 122 caps that guy scores for France, and both of against us. And after a few days, France played Brazil, and that was July the 12th. This was pretty earlier. And France won 3-0 and won the World Cup. If they didn't, if the guy didn't score, we would won on the 12th of July because we were so good.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. So, and that's obviously something that you can relate to. I know soccer's huge in Europe, right, and stuff. And so that was their debut, right? Croatia's debut in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And maybe I missed it there. Did France go on to win the World Cup that year?
Yeah. On 12th July, France won it. And we were few days earlier played against France.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Julie.
Hello, everybody.
Happy birthday
birthday.
to you.
I came prepared.
Awesome.
Your birthday.
She got
Good job, Julie.
Oh.
I love it. She's got her
Today
got her
is
cake and there you go.
National Lipstick Day, so I'm wearing lipstick. 1938 Olympic National Park was established in Washington State, featuring the longest undeveloped coastline in America. 1957, Jack Parr premiered The Tonight Show on NBC. My birthday always seems to be near the Summer Olympics somehow, some way, that it's always
Yeah.
tends to be at this time of year. In 1995, the Carolina Panthers defeated Jacksonville Jaguars in their first NFL exhibition game, 20-14, and I knew the coach, Don Capers.
Nice.
Yeah, so today's my big 65th birthday.
Well,
Welcome.
I don't want
Happy
your I don't want your candle to melt into your cake. So we're gonna have to sing right now so you can blow it out, right?
It's not pretty good.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday
to
to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
dear
Julie.
Julie.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Thanks, everybody.
That might be a first on Coffee Connect that we were able to sing to someone. Awesome. Some of you guys sounded pretty good too. So let's move into the August, right? Who's got a birthday in August? Do we have an
Hey,
August
Rodney.
birthday on board? Yeah.
Should each person introduce themselves and then go into it?
I mean, we're going to do some breakouts too.
Okay.
But you can do that, Ron, for sure. Start it that way, and we'll come back around. But do the introduction and then talk about what's important to your birthday or your fun fact that you like to bring into the conversation. Who's August? August, nothing. September.
You're
So
on.
I'm the 11th.
I'm the 8th.
Awesome. And who is CRM?
You're muted.
Rita.
Oh, there you go.
CRM. No, I have no idea. Oh, what is going on?
That's you, Ray.
Yes, I have no idea. Hold on.
I'm like, who is CRM 98? What is that? But sure, man, I'll let you in. While he's there you go, Ray.
There we go.
There we go. So do your introduction and then tell us what is important on September 8th.
All righty. Sorry, the house is messed up. Stop. Sit. I will be to you in a moment. Sorry, kids are home. Okay, I'm Ray Matthews, founder and principal of Modern Day Alchemy. We're a private equity firm where your money gets you the things that you deserve. We specialize in the acquisition of undervalued assets such as real estate and medium to small size businesses. We are located in Cleveland, Ohio, and I forgot what I was saying.
We're seeing the most important thing. That's all.
You okay. There you go. Everybody can see you now. I'll take it off. There you go. Look, everybody can see you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
At least let them know your hair is done. There you go.
There you go.
All right. And yeah, this is the reason of the business. This is the second. I have another question. And as far as things that happen on September 8th, I am not prepared. I can find something really quickly, I'm quite sure.
All right, we can come back to you, man. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
And so I'm Rodney. Obviously, guys, I'm the host here at Coffee Connect, but also independent business owner with Freedom Financial, with Primerica Financial Services, and helping families develop game plans to become debt-free and financially independent. So September 11th, 1992, don't Bart Simpson and The Simpsons premiered, right? And obviously that story has a long history of doing predictions and stuff like that. But the other thing about it was the creator was actually a nuclear engineer in the Navy at one point. And originally all of the characters, right, and I'm sure they still are, were based off of leaders that he worked under in the Navy and stuff. So that's my fun fact about September 11th.
Wow.
Okay, I am ready, Rod. I'm ready.
Go for it, Ray.
Daddy.
Okay, so Michelangelo's David sculpture was unveiled on September 8th in 1504. Harvard was founded in 1636 on September 8th, and Star Trek debuted in 1966 on NBC. All of that
Nice.
is fantastic.
There you go.
And unfortunately, I know Queen Elizabeth passed on my birthday a couple years ago. That was, I want to say 2 years, well, 3 years ago now. 3 years ago.
Bye.
Yeah, there's lots of passings that I mean, I was probably familiar with it on September 11th, and I was like, wow. But anyway, any other Septembers? Moving on to the October month. Yes,
I'm
Miss
October.
Amy.
I'm October 2nd. And my name's Amy Marsloff, and I am a life coach, health coach, and certified dream manager. On my birthday, 100 years earlier, October 2nd, Mahatma Gandhi was born. So I love that. And also, I was raised Catholic. It's Guardian Angel Day. So I got two powerhouses on my birthday.
Pretty cool. Guardian Angel Day. Nice. So awesome. Amy, any other Octobers, guys? Okay.
Lamar.
Yeah, go ahead. Lamar, for sure. Go ahead.
October 6th. And I was looking at for famous people born on my day, and I saw a lot of wars that started on my day, so I'm not going to go into those. But I think those of you that know me know I'm a sports junkie, and I was delighted to learn that Tony Dungy, sportscaster, Hall of Famer, shares my birthday. Okay, and the sad part about it is I'm actually 9 years older than he is. So. But I looked up, I also found Keith Kellogg, and I also found George Westinghouse. But I found Tony, I just had to relate to Tony. A little bit of my background, retired veteran Corps of Engineers, recovering banker, retired financial advisor. Now my passion is helping people in transition. I will put I think I've connected almost everybody here, but if we've not, send me an email. More than happy to have a one-to-one. I've had one-to-ones with people in different continents, different countries. Welcome the opportunity to connect.
Awesome. Thanks, Lamar. And so we're going to do one more, guys. We're going to go into November, and then we're going to go to a breakout. And Novembers? Any Novembers? November. None? No Novembers. All right. Decembers. We'll do December then. There we go. Mr. Dave. Robert, is that you too?
Yeah.
All right.
Robert, you got to go first unless you're the 30th or the 31st.
I am the 5th, so I guess I win that one, huh? So on my birthday, I share birthday with Walt Disney and Little Richard. And for more obscure reference, Martin Van Buren, who I know nothing about except the fact he was a president. And on my birthday in 1933 was the ratification of the 21st Amendment, which ended prohibition. Thank you.
Yes, I'll drink to that.
A little tidbit about Disney stock. They give out their dividend on December 5th only. Most dividends are given out quarterly, but they give theirs out on Walt Disney's birthday only.
Nice.
Mr. Dave.
Well, mine's December 29th. I think everybody, I know Ron knows me, so I don't need to do an introduction for him. For those that may not know what I've done for others, I'm just a good sounding board when you've got issues and want to talk through things that will help you move your lives forward or your businesses forward. I do coaching, consulting, and advisory stuff. Leave it at that. It's surprising how many people have done sports, so I'll stick with that theme. 3 people that Clevelanders should know, some of you may or may not. On the 29th, Jared Wright, who almost won us a World Series back a long time ago. Richie Sexton, also another Indian. And Sam Malone, who you probably all know better when he's not at Cheers as Ted Danson. We're all born on December 29th. 2 events that I'd like to share. Probably the second most significant was in 1890, the Battle of Wounded Knee and the massacre occurred, which kind of changed the course of a lot of Native American things at that point. But probably the most important to me was, as a kid growing up in the western suburbs of Chicago, December 29th, 1963 was very, very memorable. In the afternoon, the Bears beat the New York Giants at Wrigley Field for the NFL championship game. Listened to that on my transistor radio in our living room. And then later was surprised that my dad had 2 tickets to the Blackhawks Maple Leafs game. And what surprised me is first hockey game and we were on the boards. So to have those guys playing without helmets back then, smashing into you, looking at it, and Blackhawks did win 2-0. So that I can remember. Can even remember the gifts, but won't get into that. So for a sports crazed 10-year-old, that was probably the best birthday ever.
That's awesome. That is awesome, guys.
Dave, do you have a picture of your transistor radio for the young people so they can see what?
Somewhere I do probably, but not for the day's meeting.
Okay.
He said for the young people. He really meant as a reminder for himself, okay? So, all of these things, guys, and Dave hit out that a lot of people were doing sports. I didn't realize this until I started doing research for it, right? That September 11th, 1974 was the first NFL game that was ever played, right? And so I think all of us have things, right, that can tie in, and these are important things, because if I'm in a group of guys that I know are sports enthusiasts and stuff, right? Who's not going to remember that? Oh, Rodney was born on the day that the first NFL game was played, right? Especially if they're football fans and stuff, right? And so I think what I want to do is, as we go to breakout, guys, I want you to take some time and just kind of discuss, like, how can these come into play in your conversations to help yourself, right, become more memorable to the people that you're talking with, okay? I've got them broke up. It's 10:26. We'll go for about 9 or 10 minutes, all right? And if you don't know each other, please introduce yourselves so you are. So while we were away, I got a text from somebody that just had lunch at the Eiffel Tower.
Jeff Hexter?
Jeff Hexter, right?
Yeah.
Apologizes for not being here, but he said he just had lunch at the Eiffel Tower. I just figured I could share that. I almost shared it on the fact that, hey, it's October 29th or July 29th, and we just had someone have lunch at the Eiffel Tower, but we all know what we're getting at.
Is he showing off?
Yeah.
He might be showing off. He didn't say it was at the top of the Eiffel Tower. He just said it was at the Eiffel Tower. So I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, so literally I could drive 5 minutes and have lunch at the Eiffel Tower every day, okay?
At Kings Island.
Right. Yeah. And the fact that my kids work there, right, and I can get in for free makes it a lot nicer too. So anyway, so I mean, obviously if you come up with these commonalities with people, whether it's sports or it's historical events that happen, or whatever it may be, maybe it's when a business opened, or as I shared, Bart Simpson, the Simpson preview or premiere back in 1992. I think all of that stuff brings in commonality. Commonality brings in likeness and trust, right, within individuals, that you have something to talk about, right? It makes it so much easier to create relationships amongst yourselves. And so curious, I mean, what did you guys come to agreement with, or come to conclusion with it, on how this can help you, or how you can utilize these types of things in your conversations or introductions? Maybe you're already using them, I don't know.
Yeah, you just try to find Rock Robinson presented at JSFG yesterday, and he said you just need to find something that you can connect with somebody on. And his questions are, like, where were you born and raised? Tell me about your family. And he doesn't say, are you married? Are you, do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? He says, tell me about your family. He says, sometimes people tell him, about their German Shepherd. He's like, they're not married, they don't have kids, but you're trying to find some way to connect. And he said one time he went to a party in Florida. He was raised in Michigan, and he found the two ladies that they were sisters, that they grew up and they went to the same high school like 2 years and 4 years before he did. 1,000 miles away, but you just need to find that connection somehow.
Hey, Rodney.
Yeah.
In our group, one of the things we talked about is, and this is a good topic because particularly in the Zoom world, it really is challenging. In the old days for us sales guys, you went into the buyer's office, you looked at the pictures that were there, the memorabilia, and you started talking about that. In the Zoom world, other than, who connected you, it is like you do want to have an arsenal of things to start that rapport. But one thing that hasn't come up, and we all know those people, it does still need to be authentic, because we've all met those person who gives the checklist questions but really doesn't give a crap. And so that can get seen very quickly that, a couple good questions and that you're generally curious and interested about are important, because if you're just checklisting it and it's not authentic, then people see through it. And we don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why, when we transitioning into this week's stuff, we were talking last week about why relationships are better than transactions, right? And I think all of this ties together, like how do we create that authenticity and genuineness, right? With people. And I think you've got to Joe's chagrin, right? We've got to find that commonality. We got to be able to make them feel like we genuinely care. And I don't want to just say make them feel like we genuinely care. Guys, we should just genuinely care, right? And truly want to help lift people up along the way. And so, what else did you guys talk about? What else did you, Amy? You got something?
Yeah, we talked about just to the point, just having good questions, just finding that connection. And as a coach and a certified dream manager, I like to ask the question, what dreams on your heart right now, personally or professionally?
Yeah. So crazy is that this last week I've met about 5 or 6 people that were new people to me, right? And I asked them the question, hey, tell me something that occurred, on your birthday in history, right? And a couple of them were able to rattle off some things that they knew about or whatever else, right? But a couple of them also were like, that's a weird question. And I'm like, and then I had to explain to them why I was asking it, right? Well, I run this networking group, blah, blah, blah. But in the end, they were like, that's actually pretty cool, because it makes people dive into their lives a little bit better to figure out things that they can share that may not necessarily be real personable, right? But they definitely mean something, right? In the end. So good deal. What else is good to hear? All right, so we're going to move on with January birthdays. January birthdays. We don't have any January birthdays either. Okay. February. Well, then you're just going to keep the microphone. Keep going.
You go, girl.
February is the best birthday month, right? So I looked up notable events, and I didn't come up with a ton, but I did come up with a massive list of people who were born on my birthday. I'm a February 7th, and everyone from Garth Brooks, comedian Chris Rock, Actor Ashton Kutcher is the exact same age, so same date and year. Actor James Spader, writers, notable writers, Laura Ingalls Wilder, she's known for Little House on the Prairie, and Charles Dickens, which I thought was really interesting. And then I would say the one that I didn't know at all was Desmond Doss. If any of you are, especially some of you who are military folk, might recognize that name. They made a movie about his life a couple years ago with actor Andrew Garfield called Hacksaw Ridge. He is the gentleman who was in the military, specifically a medic, because he did not believe in the violence of war, but he was, I believe, a Bronze Star winner, award recipient, however you word that, because of how many people he saved in Guam and the Philippines during World War II, how many people he carried off of Hacksaw Ridge. Our side, and I guess he carried people that were other side as well to help them get some help. And he did astronomical things for that at that time of war and crisis. And so that makes me feel a little warm-hearted that February 7th is full of some really wonderful people from a lot of background. That's just the cream of the crop. There's tons of other people in that group too.
Awesome. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. So who else was February?
Me.
Go ahead, Joanne.
There. Joanne Zolkowski, currently Transcendent Business Solutions. I do CFO work and supporting accounting services. And looking it up, it wasn't like any big, huge ones there. I think Michael Bolton, the singer, was the most famous celebrity that sharing the February 26th. And then probably on happier note side of things that happened on this date, the Grand Canyon was established in 1919 as a national park, and then in 1929 Grand Teton National Park was established on this date. Then aside from that, there were well, let me see here, the 15th Amendment to the US Constitution was passed in 1869 on this date. So first jazz record in 1917. So those are some
Nice.
positive ones. Then there were bad
Nice.
ones like World Trade Center 1993 bombing. So
Yeah, we all have them bad things in there too. So
yeah.
awesome. March,
Me.
go for it.
Oh, March 30th, 1822, the territory of Florida was created. 1842 was the first use of anesthesia. 1867, the Alaska Purchase was completed, so good day for states. 1964, Jeopardy premiered. Famous, and I'll come to a famous event last. In 1930, John Astin, who played Gomez on The Addams Family, was born. 1937, Warren Beatty was born. And from the world of music, in 1945, Eric Clapton was born. MC Hammer was born in 1962. Tracy Chapman in 1964. Celine Dion in 1968. And one of the world's most famous painters, Vincent van Gogh, was born in 1853. And the greatest racehorse to ever run, Secretariat, was born in 1970.
Nice.
And Ronald Reagan was shot on my 21st birthday, but I got nothing on my mom because JFK was assassinated on her birthday, November 22nd, 1963. So my mom's big thing was when we were kids in high school and we didn't want to go to work, we said, Mom, I'm not feeling too good, don't want to go to work today. She would be like, you don't have a fever. They can replace the president of the United States in an hour, so you get your butt to work. So, and I have other birthdays if you want me to share those, but it's
so
there's weird stuff in my presidents are either born or shot on birthdays in my family.
So I love that coincidence, Joe. And then I look at the fact that my oldest brother was born on December 7th. I'm a 9/11 baby, right?
Mhm.
And then my middle brother is May 14th. So I've been saying since September 11th that the next tragedy in the United States is probably going to happen on May 14th, okay? Because for some reason it seems to track the birthdays of us boys and stuff. But anybody else in March? April.
I'm April 2nd.
Go for it, Michael.
So on 2025, it's the death of Pope John Paul II. So that's something I remember watching while I was on my birthday, unfortunately.
2005, okay.
Let's see, I'm looking up any other things that happened. That's the only big one I can think of during my lifetime.
Yeah, and I mean we've been focusing on birthdays, guys. It doesn't have to be birthdays. Like, is there an event that you relate to or something, right? That can be, you know, Rita was bringing up the things. I didn't write them all down, but she was bringing up some things, and like, how many of you guys do read? Like, if you're setting a one-on-one to go meet with somebody, you met them, but you don't know a whole lot about them, right? How many of you guys do research? How many of you guys look up LinkedIn and look through their profiles and stuff like that, right? So if you're meeting with Rodney, you know Rodney's a veteran, you know he did 25 years, but you know all of that's kind of spelled out in my profile, right? And if you enter that conversation and at some point, right, you bring up some of these facts about I lost my notes. I had them here, but you bring up facts about veterans, like, oh, it was the Desmond Doss thing, right? All of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, she must have realized that I was a veteran. Like, she did some, and again, it just brings out the authenticity, I think, of the conversations that you have with people. So, any other Aprils? We're running out of months. May?
Oh, yes, I'm in April too.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead, Habib.
Oh, thank you so much. Good greetings, everyone. My name is Habib, and I'm so sorry, Mr. Ron, I forgot to answer your question. I'm from Pakistan and still living here in Pakistan. I'm a video presenter. If you have a brand, an agency, or you're just an independent content creator, just look no further because I'm here to present any of your products or services. So I'm looking at this list right now, and two of the most famous people that were born on this date. I'm an April 12th guy, and let's see. Oh yeah, Tom Clancy and David Letterman both were born on the same day, April 12th. And Franklin D. Roosevelt and Sugar Ray Robinson, both of them died on this same day. And a lot of other things, and I'm just so confused about all this good information. But yeah, that's all I had to share. Thank you so much for having to bring me here.
Awesome. I'm curious, right? Because you're not here, right? What about things that have occurred in Pakistan on this day? Is there anything that you have been able to find out?
Oh no, I don't think I have. But as far as I know, I mean, this is like a personal event, but last year my grandmother passed away on my birthday.
Oh,
So that's the only thing I know about it.
so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear
Thank
that.
you so much.
So awesome. So that's our April birthdays. Going on to May. Jeff D, I think.
Yes, thank you, Rodney. So Michael mentioned that Pope John Paul II died on his birthday. There was an assassination attempt on his life on May 13th, 1981. So 3 years before I was born. Also May 13th, U.S. declared war on Mexico in 1846. Winston Churchill delivered his first speech as the British Prime Minister in 1940. Some notable birthdays, May 13th, actors Robert Pattinson, Harvey Keitel, musician Stevie Wonder, Darius Rucker, athlete Dennis Rodman, and Cubs shortstop Nico Horner. And then, at the risk of getting political, my personal favorite May 13 birthday, Stephen Colbert, who won't be employed too much longer. So,
Ow.
Sadly.
And the other thing I would ask, right, is if you find these things like historical that maybe are involved with what you do, right? Maybe that happened on your birthday that dealt with marketing and advertising, right? In Jeff's sense, right? Or even technology, web design, or anything like that? Is there anything that happened in history that surrounds your birthday, right? Regarding some of the things that are important to you in your business and your career, and things like that, guys. Again, just another note to help people remember who you are and what you're bringing to the table. So that was May 13th. Any other Mays? May. June is our last month here since we started with July. Aaron and Diane. Perfect. So who's earlier?
I'm June 1st.
Oh, June 1st. There you go. I guess Ron's got a winner there. June 1st. Go ahead, Ron.
Hi, I'm Ron Levine. My company is Calicity. We do business phone systems geared to small and medium-sized companies as well as call centers. June 1st, let's see, Kentucky and Tennessee became states. The first episode of CNN was on June 1st, 1980. And there's some notable birthdays, almost all celebrities: Marilyn Monroe, Morgan Freeman, Andy Griffith, Brandy Carlisle, Tom Holland, and Alanis Morissette all have June 1st birthdays that they share with me.
Nice, man. CNN, huh?
It started a whole new genre. That was the first 24-hour news.
Awesome, man. So June, who's next? June.
I'm the 8th. Aaron, what are you?
23rd.
Okay. Well, Diane Kinsella, and I am a resiliency and neuroscience-based coach. Do a lot of career work. And on June 8th, aside from Barbara Bush, I shared my birthday with her. Several things that were kind of important. 1789, James Madison proposed amendments to the Constitution that became our Bill of Rights. How interesting then that in 1968, James Earl Ray was captured at London Heathrow Airport. And personal scary novel from elementary school was George Orwell's 1984 was published. Terrified me as a kid. So there you go.
Nice. Thank you so much, Diane. Last but not least, Aaron.
I am Aaron Taylor. I am a graphic designer. And it's funny, I do share a birthday with Alanis Morissette's daughter. I found that out when I went to see her in concert and the little girl came out to sing. So, and I am way older than her. I won't go into how old I am, but I also share a birthday with Selma Blair and singer-songwriter Jason Mraz, and for the NFL people, LaDainian Tomlinson. And it looks like on my birthday in 1868, the first commercially successful typewriter was patented. President Nixon discussed using the CIA to obstruct Watergate investigation, and also signed Title IX in prohibiting sex discrimination in federally funded education programs. So that's on my birthday.
June 26th. June
23rd.
Oh, 23rd. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Rodney, can I do June 14th in memory of my sister?
You sure
please?
can. Go ahead. You got 2 minutes.
There are 2 birthdays on June 14th, which is also Flag Day, and the United States Army was founded on 1775. But the 2 birthdays on June 14th, strangely enough, are Donald Trump and Boy George. And I'll just mic drop. I'll let you go.
Are they one of the same?
I've never seen them in a picture together, so I don't know.
Awesome. Hey guys, thanks for sharing today, right? I mean, I think this was a good conversation to have and just to kind of learn that, hey, our authenticity matters, right? Our genuineness matters, right? And this is just one little tool on how we can help create conversations with people without feeling this pressure of what am I going to talk about? What am I going to ask them about? What can I say? We all have things that we can share that maybe they don't mean a lot to you, right? But they may just be that one moment, right? Especially if you do the research on the front end to go, oh, this is a marketing and advertising person. If I bring up something about when the first commercial was ever broadcast, right, or something like that, they might find that interesting that you did that research and was able to obviously invest the time to go find out those things so that you can have a better conversation with them, right? And so it doesn't take much, right? AI goes a long way today in helping us figure out small things like that, right? And so use the tools that you have, use the resources you have, and most importantly, right, use the heart that you have to go out there and create some great relationships, right? Hopefully you guys go out there, have a great week. Everybody be safe. I am in the coolest place right now because this little diner is just so awesome here on Route 32 in Seaman. Encourage anybody who's down here on a trip, stop in, say hi to Paul Brown. He's actually the owner of the diner. He's also a veteran and stuff. And so every time I get a chance, I obviously stop in because we've got that commonality.